Welcome back to another BBBL Fumbbl game. Tonight we've got a round 7 game, so it's 9 rounds. This is round 7, so we're getting towards the playoffs. And tonight's game we've got a father and son grudge match. So the Lion Kings to Simba's Shame versus the Volcanic Raptors. So father here is Eyeball Paul playing against his son Mini Morg. Just have a quick look at the standings. Eyeball Paul is sort of mid-table here on 9 points. So really needs a couple of wins here to finish out the season to try and push for the top 4 for playoff places. Mini Morg not having such a great season so far with 1 win, 5 losses. But yeah, Mini Morg's goal is really to kill as many players as possible. The ball is somewhat secondary, so it's a fine Blood Bowl theme to have. So let's have a quick look at the two teams. So first of all, Eyeball Paul's got Bretonians. So he's got a dodge sidestep blitzer, a mighty blow blitzer, and we've got a dodge guard yeoman, a couple of MNGs in here and a couple of linemen. So it looks like he's going to start with a couple of journeymen by the look of it. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 blitzers, 1, 2, 3 yeomen, then 1, 2, 3, 4 linemen, or peasants I think, as they were. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, yeah. And 50k in the bank. So looking a bit bashed up here. 2 niggles on the 2 rookie blitzers in there. And then these 2 are missing the game, aren't they? So if we have a quick look at the Volcanic Raptors. Oh, actually, I hadn't seen this picture before. There's a mince kink. Excellent. So what do we got here? A break tackle Saurus, a block dodge Saurus. Wow, nice. Again, a couple of what do we got here? A couple of minus movement skinks actually. One with a niggle. Got a niggle on a Saurus here, and we've got a sidestep skink. Is the only skilled skink, and 0 in the bank. So if we jump back on, so what we're looking at TV difference here, 1220 versus 1310. So Eyeball Paul is going to get 90k in inducements. Which is pretty cool. Right, looks like the game is about to kick off. So we'll just wait for the game to come up here. Sometimes on board doesn't come through. Yes, no, if you didn't know, we had a bit of a outage on Fumbbl today from about midday onwards. The great outage of 2020. I'm pretty sure 2020 is not going to be known for the fact that Fumbbl went down briefly. But anyway, I think Krista and the gang managed to get it sorted, which is pretty cool. Not quite sure of what was involved in the changes, if there's any updates or changes to the system, but okay, looks like we've got to wait a couple of minutes here or so for the teams to come on. So if we just have a quick look at the table here, so Mini Morg gets second from bottom here, unfortunately. So I think he is, what has he got left? 3 games, so he can get up to 12 points. Yeah, so realistically, unfortunately, he's not out of the playoffs, but we do have a plate competition for the bottom 6 that they'll go into. So at least, everyone gets a sort of a playoff game at the end of the season as well. Eyeball Paul, okay, well, he's got 3 games. He's got a total of 9 available points to him. So I think 18 points is probably likely to get you in. So probably really looking at least 2 wins and a draw. So really, I think he can't lose any of his remaining games here at this point. Probably really looking to have to win all of them on his way through. Okay, so a quick reminder of the teams. So the blitzer here, dodge sidestep, and mighty blow on this one here. Almost ready for the next skill. A couple of niggles are a bit of a worry. There's not much mighty blow on the Volcanic Raptors. There's no Crocs. Couldn't think of the word. Crocs are cool. So there's not a lot of mighty blow, I don't think, on the Volcanic Raptors side. So, but the dodge guard on the wrestle here. So just the one guard. Down to 11 players as well. Let's have a look at the count for players on the Lisbon team. Got 13 players. Okay, 13 players. So maybe using a couple of these skinks for some fouling. Oh, he does have the Crocs. Beg your pardon, he does have the Crocs. Only 5 Sauruses. Saurus High. Not sure on that. But yeah. Oh no, the Saurus is at the bottom there. Oh, there we go. So it does have the 6 Saurus. In fact, it looks like this is a fresh rookie Saurus. It just had to be bought. So probably explains why the money is down to 0. Seems like it's been suffering some casualties through the season. Okay, so let's have a check again, see if the guys are there or thereabouts. Not quite yet. But we do have another game also going on at the same time, actually. Another one of the Andrews clan, which is Tichiterra, brother of Mini Morg, playing half a brain here. So this is Underworld versus... What is this team? Norse, that's it. Tichiterra had to jump in because one of the other coaches had to drop out, unfortunately. But Tichiterra decided to jump in and help us out and fill that spot, which is great. So we've got both of these games being played at the same time, which is pretty cool. So that will finish up round 7, and then we'll be on to the last couple of rounds. So you can see on here we've got Underdead at the top here with just a single loss. And then we've got Doom Kings or Kemery again with a single loss. And Chaos Renegades. The only elf team we've got in here has got 3 wins, 4 losses. Tonians, Underworld, Norse, Lizardman, Shabbling Undead. So you can kind of see here really the Underworld are really the odd ones out here. Quite a heavy bash league. So yeah, but they've done pretty well still to get 2 wins and a tie, which is pretty cool. Keep bouncing around just to see if they have jumped in game, but not quite yet. Yeah, so it's been a pretty good season. A few upsets, a few heartbreaking moments, I think, for some teams. So go with the chat. I think they're almost there, I think. So while we're waiting, let's go and have a look at the other two teams in the other matchup. We're not going to watch this one, but what we might do, depending on how the other one goes. Ashion Mutant. French is not my strong point, I'll be honest. So what we've got in here, a Mighty Blow Blitzer, a Tackle Mighty Blow Blitzer. So this is obviously before the changes came in to the rules. You can, now with a new roster, you can't have the 2 blitzers. You're only allowed 1. But the coach actually has said, Half a Brain has said that he's not going to be picking up the Gutter Runner, which is interesting. It's decided or at least for this league anyway, to keep this team as is and not take advantage of that, because you could actually pick up the extra Gutter Runner and end up with 7 Skaven on the team, which is pretty cool. But yeah, that's more of a legacy issue, just with how Fumbbl handles this sort of scenario. So what else have you got here? A leader thrower with extra reroll, taking him up to 2 on the team. A couple of rookie linemen. One of those looks like he's been a replacement, no doubt dying. A whole bunch of goblins. And then a troll who has guard and tentacles. Very nice. Cool. Yeah, pretty good. And let's go and have a look at the Norse team, who they're up against today. Thor's army. And we've got all 400 with block. Excellent. Good stuff. That's helpful. Once they get blocked, they can become pretty tasty players. Strength 4. What have we got in here? A catch. No, it must be Dauntless. Yeah, Dauntless must be the extra skill on that one. Dauntless catcher. And we've got a minus edge lineman in there, but that doesn't really make a lot of difference. And yeah, again, looking like he's going to have to take a couple of journeymen as well. So just quickly check, see if they're on. They're not quite yet. So TV difference in this one, 1050 and 1060 hour on, so they're pretty much spot on. And it's 40k to play with half a brain there. And treasury is 30k, yeah. So I think it's pretty much a pretty even matchup as it stands at the moment. But obviously the underworld got quite a few skills, so but there's lots of lovely block. So I think we're in game. So let's jump in here and see if we can get this to work. There we go. I think the teams are just getting connected. Let's just switch over. I may have to trying to resize this, but it does not seem to want to let me do it. No, it doesn't seem to want to let me resize this, so I may have to just do this a bit manually. There we go. Oh, they might have possibly connection issues. Oh, well, they might be possibly getting confused as to which game is which. Oh no, Miniball is in the game. Let's have a quick look, see what's going on in the chat. Right, we might. Here we go. They're back in again. Excellent. Right, so we're on to the inducement stage. Having a think about what they're going to take. Right, just while we wait for those to sort it all out. Right, just messaging the guys. Right, there we go. Publicity work done. Cool. Right, so what have we got? The Raptors are receiving. Minimorg decides to take the ball. To pile on some punishment, I think, onto the... okay, cool. So I think Josh is listening to me, but not his dad. That's cool. Good to know. Right, Josh, I'll give you lots of tips and tricks then, because your dad can't hear. Just good to hear. Cool. So, get back to the right screen. There we go. Right, so the Bretonians setting up. And right, so what's everybody got? 3 rerolls each, an Apo each. The Bretonians have got a keg, and I think that is the only adjustment we've got. Yeah, it is. So let's have a look at these icons. I don't normally play with icons, but I thought it looks a bit more interesting when we're watching it. So these are the blitzers. Funny hats. Yeah, pretty cool actually. Pretty cool. I always do like this sort of 8-bit type of style graphics that's used in this. It's pretty cool. It's pretty fun. So we got 3 peasants on the front, 2 loners, so a couple of journeymen on the front there. The lineman, what's this one? The dodge. Guard, yeoman, rookie yeoman, rookie yeoman. It's interesting putting the that guard, dodge, wrestle yeoman right there. Might be a blitzing target if I was going to blitz anybody. And all the blitzers in the back. Although you might go for armor 7 and see if you can get rid of them, but we'll just see. There we go. There's intent. So Crocs goes right smack in the middle. And a couple of sources either side. Or was I? Not sure. Alright, so Josh obviously is Minimorg, sorry. But Josh in real life. But Minimorg is obviously deciding to receive the ball here. Probably trying to kill as many players as possible, as is Josh's normal strategy in Blood Bowl. It's, they have the higher strength. You want to probably try and remove some of these armor 7 guys. Do have Mighty Blow, although obviously again Crocs is not the thing you want to use straight away. You've got the block dodge Saurus, very cool Saurus in there as well. And then what have we got here? Sidestepping skink, and the movement reduced skink at the very back. But the sidestep is probably going to be the ball carrier, I suppose. But it doesn't really matter, to be honest, which one you put on. What have we got? So Fame is with the Lion Kings, okay. So we'll see how the kickoff plays out. There's no kick on the Bretonians team. Yes, Josh, kill all. Excellent plan. Stick with that plan and you can't go wrong. If nothing else, to just upset your dad by killing his best players. Good plan. Right, here we go. Raptors turn 1. Right, so the ball's pretty secure where it is. It's a long way away from the Bretonians. Yep, that's it. That makes it super secure now. He's got it surrounded. That ball is not getting away. That's pushback. Good old fend on the Bretonians. It's another pushback. No doubt fend will be used again. This is the frustrating thing with the Bretonians. And there's a pow. That's what we all wanted to see. No armor break, unfortunately. Oh well, it's a little bit disappointing not to get at least 2 of them down, and possibly an armor break in there, being armor 7, but, you know, not much mighty blow on only with the Crocs. So. And they've got it, and they've got it with 6. So Iggy Wanadon has got the ball. Here comes the cage. Saurus cage is going to be pretty hard for Bretonians to get through. Now the only real weapon they have here is some sidestep, which is very nice, as well as some Dauntless. So having to roll 2+ on the blitzers and means they get equal strength with the Sauruses. There's a 3 for the Crocs, but probably really not going to look hitting the Crocs too much with those. Is this the blitz? I think it is. Albertosaurus. Push back. No, he has dodge, which is a shame, but definitely the one there, the piece you wanted to try and kill. Saurus blocking in some of those. I keep wanting to call them peasants. I think they're called linemen, aren't they, in this? But I think they're peasants. But that's nice though, because it traps in some of these players, so they're not as usable, and only having to be able to really stand up. They're only agility 2, so it's hard for them to get away. Obviously, Eyeball Paul may not decide to stand them up, but if he does, then they're well within blocking range, or 2-die blocks. Lizardman, yeah, and then again blocking in, trying to again block in some players here. That is the break tackle piece actually there, so yeah, that's a good starting turn for a mini morg, nice and safe, ball secure. Let's see what the Bretonians get up to. Obviously, the way Josh has positioned these, Bretonians can easily get 2 dies on both of these Sauruses up at the front here. Going for a blitz on one, gets the power push on the break tackler. No armor break. Now, the other thing I should say about Eyeball Paul is he is keen on a foul, almost as keen on fouling as he is on surfing players. Don't know if you watched the stream the other day, but yeah, he is very keen on fouling whenever possible. So I'd imagine this break tackle Saurus might be something he might try. But here it looks like Bretonians are just going to try and box them in the middle. Obviously, movement 8 skinks are very hard to stop. There is no tackle on the Bretonian team. I think they've suffered a few losses in terms of players along the way. It's just a push. And follows. Thought he might have stayed there to keep the assist on the foul on the break tackle, but maybe he's not going to foul. Oh, I think he is. Yeah. Now, this not going through would really cause quite a few problems for them, because there's a lot of players suddenly going to be stuck next to a Saurus. Here comes the foul, and did break the armor, but didn't get the injury. So, but no send-off. Right. So out of that, a stunned Saurus was with all of the Bretonians managed really, but not bad, not awful. Not at this stage even trying to attempt to push into the cage. Right, let's see what the Crocs wants to do. He's up for it. And he's gone to make a pain of himself. It looks like the Lisman is swinging south, which makes sense with the Saurus being placed here. Just filling in the parts of his cage. Yep. I think I'd probably bring in a couple of those skinks to a bit of safety, a bit of away from. Oh, gets the pow. Oh no, it's a pow push, that's a dodger. Yeah. So again, he survives. Yep, just creating a bit of a scream with the skinks. Just about in blitzing range. And the Bretonians may decide to try and target the skinks as always. Usually a good idea against Lizardmen. Target the skinks. I only armor 7, so trying to get removals against the Sauruses is not going to happen that much. Although it does happen, of course. Alright, again, get a. Now these are only loner journeymen, yeomen in here. No, they're not. Linemen, sorry. The journeymen. These two in here. Which do have the 2-die block. Relatively easy one there with a couple of players. But yeah, I was just about to say, how much do you want to try and block them off? Do you go with a column defense to try and stop the skink from just squirting his way through? And slow down the whole cage? Probably maneuver some of these players further around. Or try and kill some skinks. Yeah, so here comes the column defense to try and prevent that easy score. There's 2 GFIs at the moment, so the Lizardmen don't really want to score this quickly anyway. At the moment, they're still pretty safe. They're happy. Want to pick their blocks. Whittle down the Bretonians. Get some removals. Seven, yep, so you certainly can get a. Oh, they're looking for the 3-die, yep, so 2 assists, so the Blitzer must be coming down to. Or the Knight, yep, for the 3-die on the skink. Gets the power. Oh, and that's the Kaz. Yep. That's a good turn for the Bretonians, managing to whittle down the numbers. So again, they'll probably try and target these ones at the back here as well. I'll give a no for that. Right, I imagine he's probably going to try and maybe dodge out one of these. That's a couple of 2-die blocks, one with Mighty Blow you're giving away. The ground doesn't have Mighty Blow at the end of the day. Goes for the 1-die, gets a skull, and rerolls into a skull. What did he reroll? Yes, he did try and reroll. Loner reroll failed. Don't see the reroll counter changing. That's interesting. What was the kickoff? Cheering fans. Ah, yeah. No, the reroll was used. Yeah. The Bretonians went up to 4 rerolls. So that was the break tackle. Saurus successfully dodging away. Is that the block piece? No, it's not, so it's just a push. bit unfortunate. Defend, good effect here, because of course you can't then follow up. Obviously blitzing in this case. Looks like Lisbon are willing to commit the players and get engaged. The thing he's got to worry about here really though is obviously this blitzer does have Dauntless. With one assist he could get a 2-die quite easily. Crocs to go again does nothing. Yeah, the block dice for the Lisbon is not really doing all that much. So that is 3 pushes. And 3 blocks. So we've got the sidestepping blitzer there. Good sidestep to freedom. Does he follow up? Yeah, he does. Keep in contact. Right, where does he put the ball carrier? He is a sidestepper, so he can go right against the sideline and be absolutely safe. Well, pretty much safe. Oh, I think he's going for it. Makes a dodge, makes 2 dodges, makes a 3 dodge with dodge that last go. Hasn't used a reroll, so he's got 1 GFI, 2 GFIs. Right, good score. Well done. Let's give him a cheer. Well done, I think, deciding there that, yeah, yes. Well done, Minimorg. I think obviously deciding there with the contact, with the that Dauntless Blitzer there was made it just too hard to try and defend, keep the ball carrier safe, and obviously then the threat of the two Moskinks being hit. Yeah. Cool, yeah, very good, well played. Yeah, look at all that strength Lisbon get. It's ridiculous. All those strength 4 and then the strength 5 Crocs in the middle. It's quite a barrier to try and hit your way through. Now, Iggy Bonadon did it. A turn 3 score. So Bretonians now have 6 turns. Looks like, oh yeah, yep, so we're missing 1 skink, aren't we? But as we looked at before, it's a 13 player roster for Lisbon, so they've got 5 skinks remaining, so kind of thinking really they should be okay. And you've got to be thinking really in a few turns and that the Saurus blocking has got to start to pay off soon. Lots of pushes so far against the Bretonians. Not a lot of block though, there's only 1 block piece. Yeah, 1 block dodge, Saurus, very hard to take down. There's some break tackle, yeah, so. Looks like the Bretonians are pretty happy at leaving the line of scrimmage to Lisbon, having 3 linemen at the front there. Could be problems, obviously, if they get their blocks off and manage to get these guys down. They're not really dodging away on agility 2 and only armor 7, so. There's no kick. Oh, pitch invasion. Oh no. Oh, lots of rolls. I can see some 6s already. Yeah. Right, so only one of the skinks went down for Lisbon, but we've got 4 players gone down for the Bretonians. Mini Morg's happy about that. Yeah, so obviously Bretonians. I mean, these 2 on the here weren't such of an issue. I mean, this is rookie, and that's a rookie, so one of the blitzers going down is a shame for them. Try and create that effective cage. Of course, they still can cage up, but obviously now it really does give an opportunity to Lisbon to try and really just clamp down on that cage with as much strength 4 as possible. I think really here I'd be looking to create a screen just back from the line of scrimmage and then just retreat as many players as I can behind that. It's difficult with so few players. It looks like they're going to cage to the north here. Definitely hoping just to survive the turn and then have all these players then come back to try and rescue the situation. Crocs is up to. So it is the dodge sidestepping blitzer, so it can be pretty hard to take down. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh, that's not the roll you want. Oh, it gets the power on the second one. We'll make it worthwhile. Let's get an injury. It's only armor 7. Ah, saved by the armor. That's unlucky. I wanted 9 straight off the bat for Lisbon. But you still got your, there's still the block piece. But lots of players you can move into good positions. Really choke up. Ah, it's another unfortunate pushback. Looking for a little bit more there. But Crocs and Sauruses all moving into position. Right, we've got 2 Sauruses now on the ball carrier. There we go, look at this, the Lisbon deciding to just move it all in and just really tag up as many as they can. Basically forcing the Bretonians to try and block their way out. I'm trying to find where that guard piece is. The guard piece is on the top, so it can be moved into a good position. The only guarder on the field. Yep, so looks like the Bretonians, that's what they're thinking about, the best place to put them, the most optimal place to try and maximise the amount of blocks that they can get. I don't know, or just trying to create a screen. Maybe this one is just going to dodge. Is agility 3, does have dodge. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it can get out there. But who is going to be the protection? You've got another yeoman here. Let's just add 2. We've got here, add 3. 4 into there. Start trying to dodge some of these blitzers, I suppose. A mighty blow hit there. Leaves you next to the Crocs, though. Oh, there's the dodge. Makes it. Now, do you retreat backwards? Do you try and advance? If you advance, you're really just in the firing line of some skink fireball. No, he's advanced, so he's... Oh, there's multiple blitzes you can do here, so it's so yeah, relying on the couple of dodges. Yep, that's another one made. Try and clog this hole here, but it's still leaving options for... Not a secure screen yet. And that's one gap filled. Possibly with a blitzer, I would guess. This yeoman here is doing a better job if he stays where he is. Yep, makes it. No reroll used yet? So, yeah. Okay. That's the movement 7-1. Okay. Right, well, the 2 die with the skinks is certainly on at the moment. Dodging away from prehensile tails, that's sort of 4+ with the yeoman. Makes it. Look at that, makes it an easy 5. Yep, and goes around to cover off that threat from the skinks. Which makes sense. Right, here we go. So definitely some options here for the lizardman. See what that break tackle one is. It's there. Yeah, it doesn't really help, does it? It's another block for the poor lizardman. Seems to be your block pushes at the moment. Gets a power on that one. Oh, no armor break again. It's a 7 that time. Nope. Oh, so there might have been issues with the game there. Looks like Mini Morg had to drop off. Just issues with the connection. Hopefully he'll jump back on soon. So yeah, it's pretty interesting position. There is the possibility of the Crocs blitz around the top. Does need to go for it though, and there's 2 die in here. You can get a 1 die, but it's on blodge. The sidestepper, you'd probably much rather have the Crocs next to the ball carrier, quite frankly. Or whether you just move the Crocs around there and sit him on there. So I might possibly just sitting him there and making him dodge away. Alright, Mini Morg's just rejoined the game. There were some issues with Fumbbl earlier today, so might possibly be because of that. But you know, there are issues sometimes with Java on that. Oh, here we go. Another block at the top. Oh, that's not the roll you wanted. Gets a pushback skull. Oh, that's another unfortunate dice. And that's the reroll gone. There we go. Yep. So sticking a skink at least on the ball carrier, making them do something. Right, that's 2 skinks now. And here comes the Saurus Blitz. It's a good start. Goes around. Makes the GFI, gets the power push. It's not enough. Has sidestep. The Crocs is on the ball. The Crocs is on the ball. It's another hit on the... And again, there's another 7 on the armor roll. Wow, these guys are made of iron. There goes another lineman down. And again, that's a 3 on the armor. Right, again, another skink just getting in the way. Just trying to surround that ball. It's a 1 die and it's a push. Bend is used. Okay, so pretty, not too bad. That early reroll there was a shame. I mean, you don't really want to try and do the reroll on the Crocs on the Blitz. Just because of the loner, you get prehensile tail on him, which isn't bad. So we may see the Blitzer trying to... Yeah, it's not sidestep on this skink, so you may see the Blitzer trying to just blitz their way out and run for the score. I think if they do that, they can't score. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, yeah, 8, 9. So if they do decide to take the blitz and move, they're taking the blitz, they've got to push back. Re-rolls it. I still think you want to take the pushback. Oh, takes the both down. Is happy to try and dodge away. 4+. Ah, well, there you go. Fails the first one, makes the next one on the 6. Okay, I probably would have tried to dodge away from the skink, but there we go. Prehensile tail is a thing, but it doesn't matter at this point. He's away. Can't score though. So, but he does have a few players. 1, 2 here, I think, to just really block off the blitzing lanes. Okay, so the reroll is gone for the Bretonians, and there is a blitz still on the ball carrier. Well, it's obviously the 2-die uphill with a skink. Indeed, I think there's even a Saurus blitz still on. Oh, using dodge there on the Yeoman. Yeah. Is that the break tackle? It is the break tackle. Don't tell your dad, Josh. You got a break tackler there. Oh, it's a double skull. Oh, and they're down and they're badly hurt. Who was that? That's a blitzer. Out for the game unless the Apo's used. Nope. And he's gone. Right. Blitz with him. Break tackle is an excellent skill on the Saurus. Allows you to dodge on a 2+. Oh, this is some dodging skinkery. Okay, well you got a 1-die with the sidestepping skink. Yep, makes the break tackle. So go for it next to him. Okay, right, yep. So here comes the skink with the blitz. Fair play. Gets a power push. It's not enough. But that's alright. You've got a sidestepper next to him. Yep, yep. Yep, excellent. Oh, there's another one. Oh, that's a KO. Oh, it's another POW. It's another Yeoman. Oh, and that's another KO. There's a babe, unfortunately, for Bretonians, so might be getting a couple of these guys back. Is that the Crocs? It is. Oh, Mighty Blow doesn't quite do what we would want. One dodge. Dodge has been used. So just roll a 6, it's fine. And just roll a 4. Oh, there we go. Talk about all the go for it and all the dodges. There's 6s and 3s and everything you want in life in those dice rolls. That's fine. But there we go. So probably going to try and blitz away with the blitzer going south, leaving the sidestepper behind. I think stalling is a bit of an ask at this point. Probably look to blitz around with the yeoman, to be honest. Or would I? No, I think I just probably blitz down with the blitzer on the bottom skink. Oh, that's interesting. Gets the power and the sidestepper. Oh, it's been KO'd anyway. Ah, that's a shame. Right, well, that does leave the dodge. I think I probably would have just tried to blitz my way out and use the dodge on the other one. Dodge. Score. Yeah, very good. Let's give him a clap. Very good. What an eyeball ball after that pitch invasion at the start, losing 4 players. That was a tough grind to come back from that. So what have we got? Oh, look at this. Of the 2 KOs, only 1 came back. The Babe only helped with 1. So Bretonians are down to 9 players. 7, 8, 9. Yep, down to 9 players. 1 blitzer is out, and Journeyman Lyman is out as well. Okay, so the Raptors have 2 turns. Plenty of time with movement 8. Plenty of time. They have pretty much a full team. Just the 1 injury for the game, but that's fine. They have quite a bench. The Raptors. Yeah, the other game is going quickly while they set up. And the latest is 0-0, turn 7 in the first half. Interesting. Alright, so move the 2 skinks up the front. see where the kick goes. Brilliant coaching. So again, the Bostonians get the reroll. They have the +1 on the fame. Okay. Right. Well, first things first, I think you really want to just get somebody in scoring range for the Lizardman. So making sure you get the skinks in position. At least one. Or you can just roll a pow with the Saurus and everybody's happy. With the Crocs. Right, Mighty Blow, Armor 7. Tonian's thinking about the fend. Pretty sure you want to say yes to it. Oh, it's a stun. So just use the... Oh, there's another POW. It's another 7. You really need Mighty Blow. Well, there's another POW. And... it's a 5. Ugh, these armor rolls. Okay, a good start with the blocking. So you just want to pick your side. Send your skinks forward. Get a good blitz off. It gets on the reroll. Okay, so the reroll's gone, but that's fine. Goes for a pass. Oh, and doesn't get it. Oh, no. Well, I think that's sort of them out of range now. I think that was definitely going to be the pass and the handoff and then sprint up the sideline play. That didn't quite come off there, which was a shame. So I think, unfortunately, these poor little skinks are going to get... One of them is going to get a smack. It's only going to be the blitz hit, though, on the Lizardman, and then really the last turn is trying to hurt as many of the Bostonians as possible. Here comes the 3 die. Push, 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 and no tackle with my blow piece. Reroll gets the POW. Oh, and it's a KO. But that's alright. Plenty more of them where they came from. Right, so last turn for the Lizardman. And what have we got here? A blitz action. Can get a 2 die block with the skink if you want it. If you want to leave yourself next to a blitzer. Or you could hit the blitzer, of course. Yeah, a couple of assists. And of course you do have the blitz with the block piece. Which is probably the best idea. Where is that block source? Ah, it's not moved. Nope. I think trying to get possibly some SVP on the Crocs there. You never know. Agility 1. Oh, there's a power on the sidestepping skink. No one likes to see that. Ah, but they're fine. Could be a cheeky foul maybe, but let's hope not. Just fun. Yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense. I mean, who doesn't love a Croxicle with the ball, right? I mean, we all hope for that touchback moment, and you can give it straight to him. There's a power on the Saurus. He's fine. Gets a Dauntless roll, gets a power push. That sets up a 2-die with a Blitzer moving down. Oh, yeah, decides to go and hit a skink with the reroll. Just a power push. It's the 1-die, gets a push. 1-die? Nope, okay. Okay, right, second half. Right, again, Lisbon at full strength. 10, so still one of the, still got the injury, haven't we? Yep, so still that Blitzer out. So we've got 3 Blitzers, 3 Yeomen, and 4 linemen for the Bretonians. A full team, really. Just missing 1 skink, but that was just a, I think just a, yeah, just a rookie skink, so it's fine. Alright, so more of the same, Josh, just keep killing. Alright, let's go and have a look, see if we can see the what's happening in the other game. Yep, just start the second half, still 0-0. It's interesting. Right, so this one is 1-1, finally poised, ready for the Bretonians to receive. They are a player down, and they are facing a wall of strength 4. So hopefully they don't get a pitch invasion again, because obviously that was a real pain for them. The last half they really had to struggle through and a bit of dodging and what have you, dodging away from the Saurus as well, Croxicle, sorry. Prehensile tail, but managed to squeak through eventually. towards deep kick. Oh, it's touchback. Oh, it's a shame. There's a weather change. Stays nice weather. Anyway, touchback, so waiting to see which. Probably going back on the blodge stepper. Sad face. Yeah, definitely. Right, so it's really just a matter of where you want to try and penetrate this line of strength 4. Really, the way the Lisbon are set up, it doesn't. I mean, you can get a 2-die in the middle of the pitch here, or here. Actually, with the third man taking this tackle zone away, and blitzing down through there, make a hole. Just for the 1-die in the doorless roll, makes it. It's only a 2+. Down he goes. Tags the skink. Oh, don't think he meant to do that. Oh, maybe he did. Okay, so it looks like it's going to be a little bit of cage here, just the right side of the, yeah. This lineman go to the north to protect, and this yeoman to the south. Well, I could do a GF if I wanted to do. Fair enough. Goes for the foul. Doesn't get it. Now, what is this lineman going to do? Interesting. Crocs goes for the 3-die. Gets the pow. Fender's used. KO'd. That's fine. Right, well that's interesting because that just leaves a 2-die open for the lizardman. Bring one into support to take away tackle zones. Yep. Think you've just blocked this square you wanted to hit from. But still, deciding to maybe not take the hit here. Oh, okay, take the hit on the yeoman and box in the player. Yeah, it's just a push, unfortunately, but that's all right. 2 tackle zones on the ball. It does leave them vulnerable to if they make the dodge. Right, committing a lot to the centre here. There's quite a gap at the north there. Got to be careful of this blitzer just dodging away. Okay. Down goes the Saurus. I think this is really going to come down to just a 3+ dodge, and he makes it. Canters away. Got quite a bit of the team here to just set up a screen. Yep, 2 down the skink. Wrestle down. Yep. Probably this yeoman to dodge away. Create more of the screen. Be in here somewhere. No, or just stay there and take the heads. Ties up Sauruses. Here comes the Crocs. Ah, bonehead. Boo. Ah, and fails the reroll. Ah, that's disappointing. Ah, it's another pushback. It frees a couple of Sauruses to move. Yep. Oh, here we go with the dodging. Dodge is used. Ah, and KO'd for his trouble. That was Iggy Wanadon, the hero of the first half, getting the touchdown, but one dodge too many. Right. Okay, wow. Getting the ball safe. 1 GFI for the score. Yep, quite right, he's going to wait. Needs to see how things develop. You can easily screen off. potentially be blitzed by a oh no, I think that movement's 7 that one, so no, not quite. Okay, so now it's really a case of just looking for your hits or dodging away and surviving. Got a lineman there, journeyman, not too worried. Not too worried. Trying to maintain the screen really is what you're trying to do. The store, sorry. So 2GF5's hit that skink, I'm not sure. Possibly is going down to do it. Makes the dodge in a 5. It's declared a blitz. It's just the 1. Yep, he gets it with a power, double power in fact. No break. A 3 into a 4 with Mighty Blow. Push back, and the 2 dice uphill. It's not a bad result. Follows up to keep him busy. May decide to just leave the other ones there. It's always a risk when you leave lots of armor 7 next to strong players. There's the power push, so 1 goes down. We do have Fend though, so it does offer some protection. Usually able to get up and wander about the next turn. Fails to go for it for the hit. Makes the second one, gets the power push. Could really do with an injury. No, not quite. One GFI, 2 GFIs, right, two blades next to the ball. Really trying to force at least the score or the score attempt. Crocs is deciding to have a wander as well. Hey, that's with a Blocksaurus, so he gets the both down. Again, no arm break or arm roll of 2. That's a push on the dodge guarder. And that is another pushback against the yeoman. So, a few skinks to move. Right, so what have we got? Can get a 2 die on that guy with the blitzer and then a dodge away, or just the straight dodge. Taking the blitz, yeah, on the Mighty Blow with the Mighty Blow piece. Mighty Blow does nothing. Possibly the dodge and the score. Just moving some pieces in, just in case it all goes wrong. There we go. Makes the dodge and the score. Right, 2-1 to the Bretonians, but loads of time here for the Lisbon still. Lisbon still at full strength, even though having the KO that doesn't come back. Bretonians are still at 10 with the one badly hurt blitzer. But the Lisbon still have 1, 2, 3 skinks. Oh, 4 skinks, sorry, 4 skinks. Unfortunately, I think the sidestepper's out, which is a bit of a shame. Hero of the first half, as I said, Iggy Bonadon. But we've got Gek, movement 7-1. Pterodactyl, good name. Also movement 7, Bearded Dragon, and Pterodactyl Jr. Interesting. So yeah, 4 skinks all want to be heroes this second half. So plenty of time for the Lisbon to score here. They've got 5 turns. They could even try and push for the win. But we'll see how these first turns go. See what the kickoff is always. I think that's always the key for me. Those sort of decisions are, yes, I've got time, but what happens on the kickoff really does tend to usually dictate what's going to happen after that. Bitch invasions, riots, blitzes, perfect defenses, all of these things. Reroll one way or the other doesn't usually make a lot of difference unless I was on 0 rerolls. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Ready for the kickoff. Bretonians winning 2-1, kicking off. It's a high kick, excellent. The Lisbon can put anybody they want underneath it. And actually it was straight on the top of Pterodactyl Jr. So can he live up to his father's reputation. Though his father's just a little bit slower basically, but there we go. So the Crocs gets a power both down, so down goes, and again the armor is amazing. Armor 7, best armor ever. And that's another push and a push. Oh no, we got it both down there. But again, armor 7. The amount of armor 7 rolls that the Lisbon team has rolled so far is pretty impressive. That's quite nice as well for the Lisbon team. You've got the block dodge piece at the south there to help out. A lovely big cage there. Who are we going to blitz with? Okay, so the ball is now safe and secure. Just need to pick our blitzing target. Going for a wrestle piece. Gets the down. Again, does not break armor. It's another 7, of course. Okay, the Lisbon decided to really try and box in here. Didn't move any of the skinks forward, which is interesting. Probably a little bit worried about the Bretonians' preference to trying to kill our skinks with great regularity. So I can understand keeping them a little bit out of range. Or at least further back than would be optimal to blitz. Maybe this one here. But the Bretonians are down a player. So they may well look to still continue to target them, to try and take them down. Get even numbers. Going up on this Saurus to the north. Setting up a 2-die. And again, you can get a 2-die in the south here as well. Going with the blitzer. So there's not too many targets to really blitz. Gets the power. No arm break. Mighty blow. Possibly foul target. Yep, probably the way he's left all his players there. Another 2 die, gets a power. No armor break. Hey, it's another 7. Well, I guess it's the most common result, I think. So it looks like we're very much gearing up for the foul, which makes sense. One of the journeymen. Oh, wow, okay, really trying to commit to this foul. Really commit to this foul. Foul goes through. Stunned. And nobody saw anything. So, I don't know how the referee doesn't quite spot that, but there we go. Right, well, that does leave a big gap to the north. Which you can certainly take advantage of. Yep, so moving that strength 4 iron cage to the north. Possibly a croc splitzer, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Gets the power. That's what we like to see. Yeah, rejoins his buddies in the huddle. That Saurus is still precarious in the middle of all of those Bretonians, but the Skink's deciding to sit back and wait on proceedings. Probably move 1 in the back of the cage, maybe. No, we're going to leave them all back and just see how this goes. Bit of a deep safety. Now, Bretonians here could decide to keep on fouling that Saurus, or possibly try and column up, maybe. Maybe try and get a 2 die with a Dauntless hit on one of the corner pieces. Slow them down a bit. And again, you've got another couple of assists on this Saurus here to the south. I think I'd probably chuck a journeyman lineman in there, hit with the one of the blitzers, the mighty blow blitzer, probably knock down this corner Saurus, and then just column up the fence to the north, just to slow my opponent down. Although obviously dodging skinks are a thing, and no tackle on the Bretonian team does make it very difficult to stop them just dodging through the line. So really they'll only be looking to really edge forward a few more squares and get into range. Need to move forward a couple more squares for Lisbon to get in range with good GFIs, but obviously you probably don't want to rely on that, so moving forward about 4 squares, 3 or 4 squares. Yeah, about 4 squares. Yeah, okay, so Tony's trying to cover that off. Yep, here come the columns. Sticking the fen pieces in the front. Not quite as effective in this, because typically you're going to be blitzing through. So after the first hit, you can obviously just follow up because you usually can have space. Yep, so making a really solid line there. Comes a foul. Nobody saw anything. And that's the Nigglesaurus actually as well. But still, did break armor though. Makes it one die. Oh, rolls a skull. Rerolls into a skull. Oh, yikes. Okay, well. Yeah, you've got the 2 die here. What can we do? I think you can. You've got time to move south. Yep, definitely time to move south if you want to. Use the Crocs to tie up some players. The Crocs looks like he's making a nuisance for himself. Made the bonehead. Gets a power push. Uses fend, but that's fine. We can just follow up. Yep, get the armor break. Excellent. Right, the Lizardmen clearly looking to just jam themselves in. Yep. It's both down. Ah, it's unfortunate as a wrestle. As a wrestler, but obviously could decide not to use it. And they'll both go down. That decides to use wrestle. That player is free to move next turn. Right. So you do have the Blitzer hit here with a Dauntless roll on this Cornosaurus. That could possibly free up a hit, but you do need him to go down. Otherwise you've got to try and dodge out this lineman with Mona. You could put someone there and then use this Blitzer to do it. Yeah, so you could put someone there, use this Blitzer here to hit the Saurus there. You don't follow, and then you go in here for the 2 die. Gets the power. Push them into the ball carrier. Oh, and that is an MNG on a Saurus. Ouch. That's a bit of a shame, unless they were looking to do a epic surf by then running in and hitting the Crocs and then getting the push. But obviously with that play going out, you can't do that anymore. You really need to hit from the north, but you can't because this play's in the way. You could potentially try and block with this blitzer and push him over, then blitz in from the top. Move him one of the blitzers. Yeah, it's a 3+. Interesting, interesting. I do think he was possibly going for the surf there. Try and get the ball carrier off the pitch. Yeah, Dauntless fails. 3+. Opponent's choice. Both down or a pow. Takes the both down. Crocs is down. But again, still the ball carrier is pretty safe still. But there is an absolute wall in front of him in terms of players. Blitzer here, going to blitz in the back and then try and jump in. No, the side stepper, yep. Yeah, that makes sense. Here comes the side stepper, just gets a push. Really jamming things in there. Right, wow. You listen to people. I thought the surf idea was quite a fun idea. I have to say, I thought that was quite a neat an interesting way of doing it. Right, so that's not what you want. Reroll, no, the loner reroll fails. Oh, that's unlucky. They went both down though, and looks like the Saurus did get a kill on a lineman. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, the Crocs gets 2 points, which is pretty cool. MVP ready, as they say. Right. Well, unfortunately, yeah. So we've got a 2-die to surf the ball carrier here. Yep, here it comes. He gets the pushback. Yep. Oh, and Pterodactyl Jr. is knocked out after being fed to the crowd. And that ball goes miles. And there are 2 yeomen ready there and ready to pounce to try and go and pick that ball up. And there's quite a lot of players all ready to. That's a nice friendly scatter actually. Throw in. There's lots of players ready to get round it. Yeah, you can certainly cage the. Oh, we get in the one die serve. We are. Dauntless Roll fails, but it doesn't matter. He gets the 1-die push, and off goes the Saurus into reserve. So that's 2 serfs. And we could potentially have another if Eyeball Pool is deciding and feeling. Yeah, looks like he is. Yeah. So yeah, you've got another one of these blitzers here that can just come around and do the 1-die or potentially the with Dauntless to get the 2 die. Oh no, decides against it. Goes and hits a skink. Never a bad idea, I suppose. Gets power push, that's not enough. Right. Possibly now thinking about going securing that ball. Yep, gets it. Oh, goes for the throw, fails to catch, gets it on the reroll. So the Yeoman now is in scoring range. Oh, wait. Oh, I didn't see what the turn was. Turn 8. Oh, it doesn't matter. Bird gets the SPP, so that's nice. And gets the skill, yes. Good choice. I suppose the crowd surfs don't really generate any SPP, so at this point, why do it? Fortunately, the score is off. So it comes the 1 die power, why not? Pop that ball up. Armor isn't broken. Tries the pass roll but doesn't make it. Well, there we go. 2-1 to the Bretonians. The Lion Kings to Simba's shame. Not quite so shameful there. Coming away with a nice 2-1 win. So what did we? Let's try. Oh, maybe you don't get the rosters on this page. Yeah, but no. Yeah, well played, guys. Very good. So we'll wait for them to sort out the post-game wrap-up. But in the league, that will take the Bretonians up to 12, which will take them up to, by the look of it, 5th place. They really needed that win. Unfortunately for Lisbon, that will keep them 2nd from bottom, which is a bit of a shame. Actually, while we're on here, let's go and have a quick look and see how the other game is going. So I'm just going to drop off that one and see if we can get the other game up and running. And see how Tichiterra and Half a Brain are getting on. We're just about. We're literally just coming to the end, I think. And looks like they've had some issues. 2-0 to Half a Brain. So, yep, so this one is just coming to an end. Excellent purple troll there. And I don't think I've ever seen the sprites for the Underworld team. Nice, very good. Nice colour. Cool. Okay, yeah, well, this one's just about to finish as well. 2-0 to the Underworld. Excellent stuff. Right, so I wonder if this is. Yep, so that 2-1 has gone in there. So let's have a look at the table after that game then. Yep, so Bretonian's up to 5th. 12. How are we doing? Touchdown difference 2. -11 on casualties. Yeah, the one above, they're going to have problems getting to that. So really, they need to get more points. So with 2 games to go, who are they playing? The Underworld, which are not really in direct competition. No, they're not really. Half a Brain is going to struggle. He's got the win there, so he'll be up to 10 points. And then the last one, Pittsburgh Screamers, which is actually the game above, the team above. So depending on how they go, Pittsburgh Screamers, who are playing the 2nd place team, it's me actually, my Camry team. So actually their season will probably come down to round 9. So I'll be hoping for Reximus and their Pittsburgh Screamers Chaos Renegade team to drop points and playing myself. I will certainly try. And then they can certainly squeak into the playoffs. I think you're really looking here at the the high elf team here, probably struggling to get in. And yeah, I think the Underworld team, 2 wins possibly. They're playing the top of the table for the last game. So yeah, wow, still in it. But yeah, we shall see. Excellent. Wow, that's some good couple of games there. Well done to Eyeball Paul and Mini Morg for a good game. It certainly was eventful. And yeah, planning on. I should really put something on the screen. Planning on. There's the table there. It's a blank screen for a while there. Planning on doing some more streams as we go towards the end of the season, and I think hoping to get Mini Morg as well, doing some guest commentating as well, which would be cool for the next game or two. So anyway, yeah, we'll see what we can arrange. But yeah, watch this space. Thank you and good night.